collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need? Read for this, your new moon in Scorpio to full moon in Taurus, October into November 2022. Whew, that's a mouthful, but I'm your reader. Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive. President of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, will be 24 and a half years in service come Samhain on November 7th. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. There is a link in the description box, and you can preview it for free if you like. Don't forget, it's really good. And I'm a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle, a lovely subscription platform, lots of creative freedom. My subscribers get all different benefits, but all of them collectively get a couple of really cool things. Number one, every morning I live stream there with an unlisted YouTube live stream, links only they can see it, talking about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, ending with a little prayer blessing thing to send us on our way every day. So much fun. They also get all the extended readings, where part 1 is on YouTube, part 2 can be purchased pay-per-view on Vimeo on demand, vimeo.com, but all of my subscribers get all of the extended readings, past, present, and into the future, as long as they are subscribers, as well as we just recently started doing recordable Zoom classes and workshops, so they show up for that. The ones that can't but want to watch it later can, because it's recordable and I can upload it. So much fun, so wonderful. If you are a creative type, check it out for yourself for surezies, but definitely see what the Mal's cooking over there. Because if you want the deeper experience of more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more me, come Patreon on Patreon. It's a field day over there, really building a lovely community. Particularly because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but darling, just call me Mal. And I'm wearing my Aber Zombie and Witch t-shirt because it's such a fan favorite, apparently. So I think this is now my official Scorpio read t-shirt. I do wear it a lot. I've had it for a really long time. I don't remember who gave it to me as a gift, but I do wear it. So all funning and joking aside, let's get down to business, shall we? The 5-card draw. If you are new to the channel, new to my readings, it's just one card from 5 different decks getting used. The clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waxing moon from your full moon. Your new moon, your beautiful newtiful, that's how I remember it. New moon in Scorpio to full moon in Taurus. These 5 cards also represent the 5 magical elements. Fire, earth, air, water, and spirit is the order they will hit the table to help you align your intention, your spell work, your law of attraction, who's what's this, your manifestation techniques, whatever, to plant a seed at the new moon, tend it, watch it grow, and harvest it at full moon or close to, or maybe it's part of a larger process. I don't know. I'm just a clairvoyant here. It is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, for surezies, because you might have 4 different seeds to plant on your new moon in Scorpio on a Tuesday. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. New moon in Scorpio, Tuesday, October 25th, 6:49 a.m. Eastern. I'm in New York, and it's partial eclipse. Like, as if that wasn't enough, it's Scorpio on Tuesday, the day of Mars. Marty, Scorpio used to be ruled by Mars until Pluto came along and stole its attention, right, and took it over. The furthest planet out there. So money, sex, power on a Tuesday, just for starters, right? Deep mysticism, intuition, and because it's your new moon, sun, moon, rising, or Venus, you get a lot of leeway there for personal magic for yourself, so consider it, right? And that's just the beginning. We then have 2 weeks crossing through. Things are going retrograde, things are going direct, but Samhain, the pagan Sabbath of Samhain, everybody thinks it's Halloween, and that's fine, but the actual astrological crosswater, this is a Scorpio read, crosswatcher, it's worse, cross quarter. That's hard to say. The astrological cross quarter is when the sun hits 15 degrees Scorpio, which is usually about a week after, as it is this time around, November 7th. And then the next day, the full moon in Taurus. Tuesday, so Tuesday to a Tuesday, new to full, November 8th, 6:02 a.m., total lunar eclipse, right? So I would think the Scorpio collective has a little bit of an edge on this one, considering the astrological alignment with that. So look, it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You know, check your other signs and all of that. But for cross watchers, if you apply this manifestational process to yourself, you are going to get what you need to get out of it. And through holographic entanglement and soul contracts and all of that, you're going to be doing the same for whoever you are cross watching for, as well as for the whole collective. So, you know, as one of us heals, all of us heals. Fifth dimensional, blah, blah, blah. Enough explanation. Let's do divination. Please take a nice deep breath. Right, put your feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. Oh yeah, because this is important. Because the first card down is your element of fire. What you yearn for, what you burn for, what your heart's desire. And your heart's desire is a dictate of the soul. It's written into the contract. You just can't erase your heart's desires. I wish we could. We can't. They're locked in. But the soul has had many over many lifetimes, right? So, as I help you do this, you're helping everybody fulfill their heart's desires, because heart's desires, because they're written in, are part of that ineffable great plan, that better than anything we can imagine or conceive. I know. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, the mysticism of it all. Oh boy, here we go. Still point. All right. Using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish for the element of fire, I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, beloved ones. And it's the time of year, right? Samhain's coming, the veil is thin. Talk to your ancestors, please. One card in clarity for the element of fire to help them refine what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire, to plant a seed of power, love, wisdom, whatever, this beautiful, they're new to full October, November 2022. Organization. This one has come up a couple of times, right? Taurus had it. I find that interesting considering it's your opposite sign and it's the full moon. Who else had it? So I write this stuff down. Someone else had it. I don't know. I don't see it, but it's there somewhere. Whatever, good luck. Organization, purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me so easily, and that's lovely. How is that a heart's desire, though, right? Well, it might mean that what you're yearning for and you're burning for is in need of organization. How? Don't know. We've got 4 more cards, so that's where we're going to keep going. But, you know, organization, it could be of the mind, the emotions, your finances, your home. You can Marie Kondo the hell out of the place, the heaven into the place, I guess that would be. So let's ground it with a lovely oracle, the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno for the element of earth to help ground it. Now, if you have the stone indicated in the card, wonderful. You want to use it as a touchstone, a carrier, an amulet, a talisman, you do you. If you don't have the stone, because some of them are rare and some of them are very expensive, clear quartz does everything, but you can always grab a piece of jewelry, you know, a rock from outside, just anything that's element of earth, which is anything physical, solid, and tangible. Cool? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the north powers of earth, hence the Crystal Oracle. Please, beloved one, Archangel of Lyons, Archangel Ariel, the Lioness of God, one card in clarity for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the element of earth to fuel that fire, to ground and manifest their heart's desire, this beautiful, they're new to full. October, November 2022. Ooh, charoite, or as I like to call it, the coochie stone. Hey, I was born from a very saline family, right? We're salty. My tribe, and even my tribe of choice, tends to be a little bit more salt than saccharin. Charoite, Charoite. I've run across it a couple of times in my sojourns into New Age, pagan, metaphysical, who's he, what's this, retail. Never again the retail times, if it can all be avoided. But it is a very high vibe stone, so it doesn't shock me. It's not for everybody. It can be very, 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 I don't want to say volcanic, but so high vibration that if you're not grounded, it can make you a little, you know what I mean. And if not, hopefully I could remember the alphabet. Sorry, it took me a second. Okay, acceptance, generosity, clarity, and inner vision. Okay, acceptance, accept what is in the moment if you can, and accept if you can't accept, because that's acceptance too. Generosity, right? Charity, and inner vision. Now with organization, charitable organization comes to mind, those words. Charoite is a highly spiritual crystal that helps awaken higher wisdom. You are being asked to accept the current events and bring your focus within. Oh, Scorpio, come on. It's what you do. It's what you do. All will become clear through meditation. This is a time for reflection and contemplation, a time to allow your inner wisdom to guide you. You will realize that there is nothing you need to change, and that all is as it should be. The perfection of the divine plan and the divine organization of it all. So now, that's what I mean. It's like, this kicks it up a notch with Charoite. Trust, one word, exclamation point, Tony Carmine Salerno. Even though the current flow of events is confusing, there is a divine order, like organization, to the madness. It is only through love and acceptance that the divine order can be seen. And now, I'll underline that word seen. It's like, we don't see it, right? Oh, peak moments, sure. I'm not doing ayahuasca. I have no desire to travel and throw up for that experience. I'm good. I have the Wim Hof method, baby. With Ho'oponopono, I'm now calling it the Wim Ho method, which sounds like something weird going on in Hollywood. Trust, even though the current flow, it is only through love and acceptance that the divine order can be seen, right? So you got to open that heart and go within, regardless of what's going on the outside. You will be touched by someone's generosity in the next few days. Well, you know, touch it. Were you feeling done in? Couldn't win. If you only ever kissed before, I've never met a Scorpio that had only ever kissed, well, over the age of 18. Let's move on, shall we, to the element of air. We are using the Healing with the Angels Oracle, the mind, the thought, the contemplation, the wisdom, but the third eye, which has a great press agent, the third eye, it gets its own jewelry. The third eye can see either truth or illusion, so that's why whatever's going on the outside, go in and clean the lens. Ooh, that was good. Stitch it on a pillow. Please take a nice deep breath. Because air is essential to fire, but fire does not, fire needs air, air does not necessarily need fire. Breathe. Because we're going out west on this one. Still point. As I call upon the angels and archangels of water, the sign of Scorpio, powers of the west, I shall go into the west and remain a Lestario. Please, one card in clarity, beloved ones, for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. The element of air, what they can think about, as well as the name of the healing angels that they have to call upon. They don't come and, you guys don't show, I mean, you're waiting in the wings with your wings folded, ready to zoom, right? But you won't come unless called, unless invited, unless somebody says help, right? So please, what's the element of air to stoke that fire? What they yearn for, what they burn for, what their heart's desire that requires, which also rhymes, organization, with that inner wisdom, that deeper knowledge, that high vibe of Charoite. And the healing angels ready to help this beautiful, they're beautiful. October, November 2022, it's your own guardian angel. Now look, guardian angel, there's a lot written, said, believed about it, which never quite sat well with me. Even as a little kid, I was like, don't you have anything better to do? It's like, I'm 5. I'm good. I'm a Virgo, right? It's like, I need my space. Back it up, right? The guardian angel is your higher self. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. That's the next card down. The Whispers of Love. It's the higher selves all involved. So talk about, this Charoite vibe. I forgot. I'm trying to remember to bookmark it, because if it's got a lot of keywords with being in the present moment. So accepting what is, right? Acceptance. Even if it sucks, you can accept that it sucks, right? And be in that, and you give yourself breathing room, that open heart, someone's generosity, that clarity, that inner vision. Totally call upon your own my own higher self. I know mine's name. Starborn. 1111. We're looking at an alignment of your higher self communicating with you directly, and you communicating as well, contemplating your own guardian angel. Right? Look into, I think it was the Golden Dawn that called the Golden Solar Angel the higher self, right? So it's not a new take on it necessarily, but then do you understand? You put together billions of higher selves as guardian angels, that creates an archangel. And then you go up the choir's baby. It's all one thing. Yeah. So, we're interesting for that clarity in the third eye, because you're high. Okay. So, the human experience is the ego, right? It's the part that's evolving and awakening the slowest, and that's okay. It's necessary for the process. Your personality, right, is the hero on the journey doing that work. The immortal soul is experiencing this life through the eyes of the heroic ego, blah, blah, blah. The higher self experiences all lifetimes simultaneously. So who do you think knows better? Human, hero, immortal god, right? You tell me. Comment below. So, okay. So let's get to the cards from the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. And not just you. If there are other people involved there in this too, their higher selves have a say. I mean, everything affects everybody, but it's different if this is really something deep within yourself that you'll be healing for everybody by healing yourself. Please take a nice deep breath. Let's go deep and high. River deep, mountain high. Great. Now I've got Tina Turner and me, and I'm okay with that. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love? For the element of water, for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, the emotional part, it's referred to in that Charoite, right? That love is kind of their answer here, so that acceptance of what is part of something larger. Perception is not always reality, right? So to get that inner vision from their own higher self going on here. So what's the element of water? The piece of information, inspiration, insight needed for them to juice up this spell, their element for their heart's desire that requires some sort of organization with that Charoite vibe and their guardian angel, this beautiful, their beautiful. October, November 2022. New love. Now, it's got a codicil on it. Darling, isn't that a great word? A codicil. Embrace the new opportunities of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. It doesn't say only. But, getting organized. And I will say, that idea of an organization, like sometimes it's not so much the spell fragment as it is the word itself, 50-50 do you want to create an organization? I'll tell you this about nonprofits. There's no profit in them, except spiritual if you're doing your gig. Rough work. Never again. The nonprofit times. Never again. I'm a private citizen now. But purpose, planning, and efficiency is necessary, I get, in this reading, in order for you perhaps to go within, right, and get the inspiration and get that point of view from your guardian angel. And your higher self is never going to say, oh, you are so fucked. There are so many things I could add to that, right? You couldn't find your ass with both hands, a compass, a map, and a pendulum. No, they are you. They love you. They sent you down to do something, and here are the codes for the 2-week period. Whatever this new love is, I would think would be revealed to you as you do this Charoite boogie woogie wonderland inside of yourself with your higher self, with your guardian angel. And guardian, they do guard. Like, they will clean out the house. Like, they'll get rid of everybody for a while to give you time and space to do that, which Scorpios usually take. They do like their solitary time quite less like the Virgos. So, last card down, Matt Kahn Healing Mantra. It's not a Mark Angelo Lyons for sure reading on YouTube without one. Just very helpful. The card of spirit to charge it. So look, Charoite. What are you going to do? Run out and buy one? Have Amazon, like, drone it over to you? If you have it, great, work with it. But the idea is whatever you use, if you choose to use a physical element of earth to ground and manifest this, cast the spell on it, calling in your own higher self to help with the intention of experiencing new love. And maybe that's a new love inside of yourself, right? Working with your higher self, experiencing the love of higher self as noun and verb. Play with that. Please take a nice deep breath. Right? Because then you use the stone to do the mantra with a little bit every day. Still point. All right, gotcha. As I call upon the ascended masters of the General Assembly, because I do see how this could be about anything, right? Organization, new love, higher self, guardian angel, whatever you want to call it. Waiting for them to ask. I get it, ascended masters. One card in clarity for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. Please, the perfect healing mantra to help them manifest their heart's desire as the card of spirit, which either is the heart's desire for organization, which I could understand that in certain ways, but it probably requires organization with that Charoite, that going in, that opening the heart, that acceptance of what is, whatever arises. Love that Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck, but his first book, amazing work, with calling in their own higher selves. I mean, no one else can call it. Well, maybe you can call in somebody else's higher self, but only they can call in their own higher self in their own unique way in order to experience emotionally or bring to all of this a new love that could be about, maybe a person in their life, love of themselves, love of an organization, could any way, shape, or form in a general read. Regardless, trying to narrow it down, make it a little bit more specific for the Scorpios and the cross watchers. This beautiful, they are beautiful. October, November 2022. Resolving anger. Conflict reminds me when I need space for myself. You're not running from, you're running to and in space. I do recommend Matt Kahn's book, Whatever Arises, love that, because he says essentially you can boil down or consolidate a lot of self-love practices into just 4 elements. You take time for yourself, you take space for yourself, you rest, and you just be with your breath. That's loving yourself. It's a really good book. I don't get any kickbacks from him or Hay House. They don't know me. I don't think Hay House wants me. Ever zombie and witch. So resolving anger, because you Scorpios, y'all can keep that stuff down beneath the subterranean level, right? Past the underworld and the Elysian fields, right into Tartarus, right? And then somebody looks at you the wrong way on the wrong day. You didn't get enough sugar, and boom. Or too much sugar, and boom. I have a Scorpio who's an older brother. I'm still here. Resolving anger. Conflict reminds me when I need more space for myself. When anger is resolved, you are able to see your emotional reactions or the abrupt responses of others as evidence of profound transformation taking place. And Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, the planet of transformation, right? So the emotional is part of that. I know the anger doesn't feel like water, it feels more like fire. Explosive fire, right? But that's the signal. That's like, okay, I need space. I need space for myself. I'm gonna go down to my lovely piazza on the fire lake in the underworld. Although really, right, the Elysian Fields is lovely this time of year. I mean, it's Eva summer, but you know, it's always like that. When anger is present, it acts as a sign of needing more space to face the feelings that are ready to be healed, or to balance out patterns of doing with moments of silent being. That's all in this card. And that, yeah. Coochie, coochie, coo. Coochie, coochie, coochie. I love her. As you resolve anger, you're able to find the time you need to be both rested and productive. Yin and yang in balance. This mantra is ideal for managing stress, deepening interpersonal communications. Now, what I find interesting about that is the communication you could be having with your own higher self. I don't think you can get any more literally interpersonal than that. Like Russian stacking dolls, just get yourselves together. And tempering frustration. Now, tempering. Oh, go watch a YouTube video on tempering steel, right? Put that in there. You see all this restoration. It's awesome restoration. I love his channel. He's so cute. He's great. But, you know, what they do to temper metal, it's very metaphoric of the spiritual awakening and transformational process of alchemy. So, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put these 5 cards together in a lovely little thing we call a blessimation. One of my patrons over on Patreon coined the term, and it's stuck in my third eye, and I don't think it's going away. Then at the end of the blessimation, if you'd like to hang out, I do release the Scorpio Collective and all the signs that I do, so I can get back to my normal, whatever that means, life. Remember, zombie and witch. But goofy does come out of my mouth, because I never know what's going to happen once I do this this part I'm about to do. So, see you on the other side of it. Please take a nice deep breath. You try being a professional mystic witch. It's tricky. Still point. And then the love comes in. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Scorpio collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to manifest their heart's desire, their beautiful new moon in Scorpio to full in Taurus, October into November 2022, that they can take the space they need in order to resolve anger, because conflict will remind them when it's time to take space for themselves, because there is a new love here, and maybe that is a new love of self. Maybe that is giving the anger more love, because it needs more love, not less. It just doesn't need to burn down the village, or in the Scorpio case, flood the village, flood the basement. And if they so of their own free will choose to go, all right, guardian angel, higher self, whatever, hi, help, throw open the door to that one. Certainly the interpersonal communication part of the healing mantra perk is there, is your instant confessor, always there. It's multidimensional, internal, and divine. It's outside of time, right? And certainly that Charoite vibe said very, very clearly here, acceptance, generosity, maybe the generosity is from the higher self, and their own inner vision, that clarity, that opening of the heart here, and that they can trust this process that they are going through, which could very well bring things into organization in terms of them being in alignment with divine order, divine timing, divine healing, divine inspiration, essentially the golden timeline, the soul's path in Eastern traditions so that they can be the best that they can be, fulfill their role in the divine plan by manifesting their heart's desires, cross-watchers or otherwise, for the well-being of all, with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So would it be. So it is. It was a little syncopated, wasn't it? Was that a syncopated rhythm? I think it might have been. Did you like it? Either way, hit the thumbs up. Help the other Scorps find it, because it's the easiest way for the algorithm to shift is if you hit the like button. Helps. Want more of me here on YouTube? I'm not stopping. I'm a rebel with a cause. No, I love doing this stuff here on YouTube, but you know, subscribe and all of that stuff, comment as everyone else says. But really, if you want the deeper tea, come Patreon on Patreon. You're a Scorpio. I'm sure we got one of my friends from high school is Scorpio on there. We have a field day. She says hi to me every morning and in the live chats. It's the coolest thing ever. And seriously, if you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link in the description box called Booking a Reading with Mal. Explains everything you wanted to know about booking a reading with Mal, but perhaps we're too afraid to ask. Oh, my Scorpios, I love you so much, my 8th housers. Money, sex, power, mysticism. Sounds like a fun weekend. Otherwise, wishing you the very, very best and the very, very blessed of this, your new moon. Go for it, seriously. Look into the astrology. It's a shit ton in there. Have fun. I love you. I love you. I love you. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.